God does not believe that you are the owner of fear. I am comforting you with my peace so that you are aware of what I am doing for you in the middle of the circumstances you are going through. My calmness is so all-encompassing. Not only can it alleviate anxiety in your mind and emotions, but it also accomplishes a great deal more. Because of my serenity, my power is activated, and the fact that all things are possible becomes the all-encompassing truth, as well as the most fundamental truth of your existence and who I am in your life. You are able to accept my peace. Would it be possible for you to experience my calm and unhurried serenity throughout your day today? In spite of the fact that there is constant strain in the world, my peace is the remedy for all of that because you have made the decision to embrace the availability of my peace on this particular day. There is no such thing as a wasted moment while you are in my presence, says the Father today. Simply put, it is a matter of life and health for you. You are able to be built up and given your inheritance via the power of my word. Do you have any idea that I and my word are the same thing? There is no doubt that my spirit is within you, but it is the spirit that is combined with the word, which is Jesus, that brings completeness into your life. Without either, it is impossible to be healthy, powerful, or productive on a spiritual level. Do you think it is possible for you to be guided by my spirit if you are unaware of what I have communicated to you? You will find yourself in a pit of error as a result of this. When you correctly divide the word of truth, you will have an advantage when it comes to determining what is genuine and what is intended to mislead. It is a powerful thing, and if it is being driven by the soul rather than the spirit, then it will not generate life, health, and peace. The imagination is a tremendous thing. On the other hand, a life that is guided by the Holy Spirit and is also aware of the power of the written word when it is proclaimed out of the mouth in faith provides the angels with something to work with as they listen to the voice of my word. At this very moment, you are surveying the territory that will be your new season. You are looking at it right now. My word is a lamp that shines on your path and a lamp that shines on your feet. At this moment, I am pleased to present you with fresh concepts and methods that will be put into action in a short amount of time when the time is appropriate. At that moment, you will rise up with a new strength as you mix the power of the Spirit and the Word together. This will compound the weapons that I have given you in your arsenal, allowing you to rise up in self-assurance and trust, worshiping and singing your way into the land that I have promised you. In this day and age, the Father commands, "Arise, my love, my precious one, arise to new life." In the same way that I referred to Gideon as a powerful man of bravery when he was hiding, I also refer to you as my mighty men and women of valor. Gideon was understaffed and thought that he lacked qualifications, but he received the word presented with humility. After obediently following the directions, he promptly made an offering to accept the fulfillment of what was spoken, which was an act of trust on his part. He had faith that I would be able to fulfill my expectations and deliver on what I had promised. Make sure you are aware of what is going on around you during this period of rest, even though it may appear that you are hiding from the world around you. This will ensure that you do not miss the instructions when they are given out. I have wonderful things that I am now planning for your life and for this time period. This is the day that you have been praying for, and it has finally arrived. Despite the fact that it does not appear to be what you anticipated, it is present. Even though it glows in the darkness is unable to comprehend the light that I bring. Because darkness is incapable of comprehending light, it just disappears out of sight. When the light shines so brightly around you, it puts the enemy in a state of uncertainty because they are unable to determine who is in the light, whether it is Jesus or you. It is due to the fact that their eyesight and comprehension are restricted that they are unable to see. You, on the other hand, are progressing from one victory to the next and from glory to glory. Negative individuals are incapable of comprehending judgment, however those who seek the Lord are able to comprehend everything. Right now is the time to seek me with all your might so that you can proceed in accordance with my timing. When it seems as though there is no hope left and you are at the end of your rope, the Father advises that now is the time when you should just let go and know that I am here to make sure you are safe. Because of your trust and perseverance, you will be able to inherit the promises. Having faith that I will, in fact, capture you. It is the enemy's aim to get you to give up, so let them have it. However, you should be aware that every attack you are facing, regardless of its strength or difficulty, is a sign that you are carrying something that the adversary does not want you to learn about or fulfill. This is true regardless of the attack. The perspective or point of view that you have in any particular circumstance is determined by your perception and the way that you view different things. Because you will be more aware of your own thoughts and behaviors, as well as the impact they have on your life and the lives of others, your perception will increase when you are tuned into my spirit. This will offer you an advantage over the adversary. There are instances when the adversary does not even have to bother you since your own thoughts are saying that you are guilty. Your obedience is connected to the souls of several people. There are some individuals who will only approach me via you. At this moment, you are to exert yourself in order to attain my rest state. For the purpose of allowing my peace, which surpasses all understanding, to protect and preserve your mind and heart through the person of Jesus Christ. Focus your attention on my word and accept what I have to offer. I am currently bringing healing and prosperity to you in response to your requirements. Stay alert in order to receive. Now that we are in this together, you are able to succeed. On the inside of you, I have placed my stock. There are many others who are just waiting for the day, and even the all of creation is waiting for my real and mature sons and daughters to emerge and go forth in my strength, might, and ability. You are not alone. You are purchased with a price, and there are many others who are just waiting for the day. There are a lot of harvests, but there are not many people to work them. In the same way that I am prepared to send laborers in response to your prayers, pray likewise for laborers who have prayed and are ready to rise and go forth in this hour. As of today, the Father has informed you that you are making progress into uncharted terrain during this season. I am the ultimate territorial spirit, and I am causing you to gain ground and reclaim what the adversary has taken away from your destiny. I am causing you to have success. You need to be aware that Plan A, my highest and best, is still on the table. Your destiny is currently being reconstructed, and you deserve to know this. The only thing that has changed is the individuals who are allowed to take part. Do you have the ability to sense the joy that I have in you at this moment? Asks the Father. It is true that there are things that need to change and in fact must change, but you should have faith in me for this, and you should lean back into my process, knowing that I will not abandon you. According to the Father, I have enormous plans for you, and the fact that you are who you are and who you are not does not in any way frighten me. You have been terrified, and you have been worried about aspects of your personality that you are unable to alter. Have faith in me for that. Please allow your trust to reach a point where you are aware of the fact that I am carrying you and even at times pushing you toward deliverance and transformation. This is the area where you will recognize when you are without strength. You are going to be relocated to a new location that is calm and serene. There is a state of calm where all of your worries are submerged in my peace, and you are unable to experience tension or concern until only peace and rest are left. Today, the Father says, I am causing you to see who you are in me, and I am opening your eyes to recognize who you are. My serenity is arriving to you in such a profound way that everything that is distracting you from my presence is going away, and the only thing that is visible to you is my splendor. It is obvious that you are worn out. Take refuge in me, put your faith in my steadfastness and place your trust in my timing. You are not going to be left where you are, rather, I am going to take you on. In life, we are no longer reeling from one catastrophe to the next, rather, we are instead moving from faith to faith and glory to glory. Where do you stand? Make sure you are prepared for change because change is coming your way today. From this day forward, my goodness will be bestowed upon your life and circumstances. Right now, on this very day, you are embarking on the journey that you have been anticipating. Beloved, the obstacles are being eliminated, and doors are opening up for you because of this. That is the extent of my affection for you and the strength with which I am moving in your situation. Problems on the surface. They are vanishing and disappearing rapidly. Struggles and disagreements, anyone. There is a conclusion to be reached. The delight that you are about to experience is the joy of bringing into existence a new kingdom agenda in your life, which will change everything that you know and everything that you believed you had figured out about my plan. Have you faith in me? You should be aware of the fact that you are transitioning from a state of dryness into a new state of fruitfulness in me. Today, the Father states, I have increased the size of your coast. This is my perfect and pleasant desire for you during this time of year, and I want you to be a blessing through this. All forms of normalcy should be eliminated, and you should avoid adhering to the traditional patterns of restrictions and brevity. This is the season in which I want to accomplish significant things with you. I would like to expand both your zone of influence and the impact that you have. Have large dreams and anticipate that big things will happen. This is what the Father says, let your dreams be in sync with my plans for the hour, and then my kingdom will come, and my will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In order to make you appear larger and more expansive to the left and right, I am reaching out and stretching the curtain of your abode. While I am making provisions available to put these ideals into action, think about territory and make nations your possession. The revival has arrived, and there is an abundance of crops. Because you are one of the most important workers in my vineyard, you should cultivate a mindset and a vision that are sufficiently expansive for the task that lies ahead. It is a struggle for me to be courageous and brazen, and to accept everything that I am doing here on earth. There has been a shift in the responsibility for soul winning and evangelism. Make an effort to seize it, and you will be wise. To ensure that the kingdoms of this world are transformed into the kingdom of our God, it is necessary of you to bring in a large number of souls. With a mentality that has been transformed and refreshed, you will achieve success and be successful. According to the Father, a mentality that has the desire to reach the most remote regions of the globe and to win over those who are lost and who have not yet been saved. The Father has spoken to us today, saying, "My heart is longing for you, and my love is being poured out to you." I am pleading with those who are willing to hear me out. Who exactly is it that has you so enthralled, my beloved? Your focus has been diverted away from me for what reason? Whatever appears to be beneficial on the surface might not be the ideal option for you. Pay attention to what is going on around you and listen to the cries that I am making. There is no improvement in the situation, and the strength of man will not be sufficient to bring about utopia. Do not relax and wait for the day to arrive when you will finally be able to get past this mountain and be able to relax and take pleasure in life for a considerable amount of time. Instead, you have entered a new season by passing across a threshold. As a member of my army, you are being told by the commanding officer that I have a requirement for your presence. You cannot wait for the ideal circumstances to begin living and advocating for what is right. You must begin doing so immediately. In the end, you will lose whatever it is that you sacrifice in order to maintain, and there are instances when you can lose everything. Consider the consequences of your decisions and how they will impact not only you but also those around you. Even in the middle of the challenges, you have the ability to live your life to the fullest extent possible. Rise up in defiance of the evil powers that are attempting to bring you down, and refuse to be brought down. Stay resolute, maintain your sobriety, and remain attentive, because your adversary is looking for someone to devour, so you must reject him with unwavering faith. In the same way that Jesus responded to the devil's temptation by saying, "It is written," he uttered what I said and had the effects that I wanted. Therefore, it is necessary for you to proclaim and stand on my word in order for my results to begin to appear in your life. Not only will it prevent you from cowering in defeat to the falsehoods of the enemy and from making decisions that are not in your best interest, but it will also prevent you from plunging off the cliff of adversity in fear, doubt, and unbelief as a result of making decisions that are not in your best interest. If you will tune in your ear to hear what the Spirit is saying right now, I am able to make even those failures and turn them into opportunities for success. This hour is going to be filled with a lot of things that I have to say and do. Your ears will be able to pick up on those profound things that can only be found in the hidden area with me. There is a call coming in. Will you be able to hear it? Will you pay attention to the warning that I am giving you? At this moment, it is time to take action. According to what the Father has revealed to us today, I am prompting you to desire what I want for you in life. I, the God, am the one who grants you the very want that you have in your heart. I am causing your heart to ache for the same reason that my heart aches, and that ache is already becoming the prophecy that will govern your life going forward. Prepare yourself for it. I never tease, and I never make fun of the cry that comes from your heart, so you should know this. You should take it in and be aware that the most fundamental truth about my connection to you is that I take pleasure in you. My fullness on you and in you is what my spirit is all about, and it is what it is to be full in my spirit. My completeness and my character will become the commission on your life, and I will reshape your identity into a new image that is my image, says the Father. I am so happy to share this wonderful news with you today, says the Father. Everything that you believe to be a daydream and everything that you believe to be too fantastic to be true is just the beginning of your newly discovered amount of fruitfulness. It is true that there has been suffering and that there has been a loss. I was by your side the entire time. I was right there while you were in pain, and I was right there when the brokenness arrived and destroyed all of your dreams. Try not to give up. You should not rely on what you have lost as a foundation. Rather, you should rely on the hope that propels you forward. So come now. The Lord says, "Come now and be my beloved today," as we walk out of a new plan that has been established from the beginning, disclosed in space and time, to bring you to the fulfillment of your greatest dream and the fulfillment of your highest heart's desire. Today, the Father says, "My intentionality falls upon you in a manner that is not typical for this week. You are receiving my grace, which is enabling you in certain aspects of your life and giving you expedited favor and speedy progress in areas of your situation that have been stagnant and dry. My grace is flowing to you." God declares, "I am bringing the extraordinary into your normally mundane life. I am bringing precise and amazing interventions into your life, and I am breaking through the humdrum for you." There will be opposition from the adversary, and the adversary will raise objections. Yet, what happens when I have completely encircled you in my yes and amen? According to the Father, I want you to hear the yes that is in my heart for you. Grant me permission to instill in you a greater confidence in me as well as a fresh anointing of faith. I want you to feel my heart toward you, says the Father, and I want you to recognize in your soul the waves of my intentionality that are washing away the stale and empty and filling you with my love, my favor, and my power. You are about to enter a new dimension of self-determination. You are basking and savoring in the limitless depth of my love for you and my love for your dreams on this day. Both of these things are happening to you. I want you to have a dream. Create a more ambitious dream. The Father encourages you to imagine a new dream because He says, "I am at this very moment bringing dreams to life in your life." Do you find yourself falling back into civilian life now that you are beginning to break through? This is what the Father says to you today. With an eye toward the year 2022, the plans for the holidays, parties, activities, and goals that have been laid out for the remainder of the world. The life at home, the life at work, the life at church, the extracurricular activities, the cultural events, the concerts, and the vacations. Despite the fact that this is beneficial and has its place, if you were to settle back into anything from this point forward, it would be your first error. You have achieved a breakthrough as a result of your preparation and the fact that you are moving forward into the next level. Once you have made progress in the military, you do not go back to your previous position or go into inactive duty. Now is the moment for you to take a stand, plant the flag, be courageous, and rise up in the assurance that I am standing up with you. By working together, we shall expel the people who currently occupy the property. There are giants in the land that you are traveling into, but it is a land that is flowing with milk and honey. You are moving forward into the land that was promised to you. In the event that something has been misplaced or stolen, you are able to successfully chase, overtake, and retrieve it. It is time for you to open your eyes, secure the loins of your mind, watch over the words that you speak, and change your thinking so that it is in agreement with my will. This will allow you to move forward and triumph over your challenges. Because my eyes travel back and forth across the entire planet in search of the individual whose heart is totally devoted to me, so that I might demonstrate that I am powerful on their behalf. You are able to enter the land that I have promised you or receive anything from me because of the grace that comes through faith. As a result of your strong faith and trust, you are able to align yourself with my plans and purposes, and as a result, you are given the opportunity to go beyond your own natural capabilities and into my supernatural ways of thinking and doing things. To what extent are you able to stretch your belief such that it will fit with my will? Getting past your fears, doubts, and lack of faith will be necessary for this. The emotions of competition, envy, and jealousy will cause you to lose all that is coming your way. Because you have completely surrendered yourself to what I am doing in your life and in the world right now, it will need you to stretch and stretch until you lose control. This is because you have given yourself entire control. I have never promised that it would be simple, but I have assured you that you are more than a conqueror because of the power and love that I have bestowed upon you and that is poured out within you on this day. The Father has spoken to you today, saying that you are moving from a place of hopelessness into an immense joy. Throughout the course of your day, I am trying to fill your heart with my presence so that you can find a haven of rest and relaxation. At this moment, give your heart permission to relax and respond to me in the same manner that you did when you first dedicated your heart to me and became a new person. God says, "Come as you are." Please return to the place in your heart where you can sense my presence, which is both physical and real, as I touch you right now and welcome you into my arms. You should feel my breath on you. I want you to feel the eddies and currents of my spirit flowing over you so that you might experience my grace and goodness and get to know me in a more profound way than you ever believed was possible. I invite you to enter a place where you can revel in me, says God. Please come to a point of yielding that will enable me to lavish my heart with blessings and goodness upon you in a manner that is above your reasonable expectations. Beloved, it is the kind of thing I desire for you. Please allow yourself to be pampered by my extravagance. I would like for you to experience the great pleasure of my favor in a specific manner that would completely alter your viewpoint on the situation that you are currently facing. It is a new day, says the Father, and it is a moment that is very wonderful for you. I will dislodge everything that distracts you and takes away from who I am in you, so keep your attention on sustaining the intimacy that we share with each other. I place a great deal of importance on you. So significant that if you were the only person who ever accepted the sacrifice that my son made, I would have sent him specifically for you rather than anybody else. This love is a truth that you must accept. I am taking action to free you from every weight and to overwhelm you with my goodness right now. I want you to accept the depth of my love and know that I am doing this. You are forgiven, and your sin, even though it was as crimson as scarlet, is covered because you walked before me without any guile and you trusted in the blood that was shed on the cross for you. This is what the Father says to you today. God replies that even though you have implicated yourself and others have joined in and pointed the finger, I have not attributed any wrongdoing to you. Take advantage of the forgiveness that can only be granted to you through the work of Calvary. I know your heart, and I see your faith. Even when everything seemed hopeless and there was no hope left, you looked to me, and I am coming down to deliver you. I am going to allow the dryness of your spirit to be transformed into showers in the desert, so that you might be refreshed and renewed on a large scale. According to the Father, you should find comfort in me. Hurry to me, for I am the refuge where you can hide, and I will protect you from the conflict that is caused by tongues. They will look for you, but they will not be able to locate you because you are concealed within me and surrounded by the songs of deliverance that are being sung by the angels of war who have been entrusted to your life at this time. God says, I am opening your eyes to the unknown part of some things you weren't ready to see, but look now, and receive the wisdom and discernment as to what was really going on in your situation. I am in the process of opening your eyes to the unknown part of some. Please forgive me. They would have behaved differently if they could have been different from who they were, so it is important to forgive them as soon as possible. In a moment, the transformation will take place, and you will be transformed into my likeness. Say it in your heart, Lord, do not let this sin be a burden to them. The Father says to us today, take a deep breath and have faith that I will bring you to the light of the new day in a secure manner. Your crowning and coronation are scheduled to take place on this day. As you ascend to the throne of kings, you will be bestowed with a crown and adorned with purple clothes. I, the Alpha and the Omega, am the one who has begun the process, and it will be completed in a timely manner so that you can assume roles in the new dispensation. A dispensation that will be a witness to the greater glory, honor, and power that will be extended to the world. It is the Father's prediction that there will be a harvest of countless souls, and that nations will give up their sovereignty to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You are going to witness truths being exposed in opposition to all falsehoods, which will be reminiscent of the confrontation that took place on Mount Carmel. When that occurs, I will make myself known as the same God who responds with fire. It is your inheritance, and you are in possession of the truth. Keeping them close to your hearts, you should not swap them for silver or gold, nor should you even consider exchanging them for the kingdom of this world and its glory. Your identity is the truth, and the light that shines brilliantly in the darkness is the truth. According to God, you should resist any desire to convert food into stones or to fling yourself down from the top of a mountain in the hope that angels will catch you. It is now the new day, and it is the day that you have been appointed. Maintain your presence in me like a branch on a vine, and rely on my power and virtue to get you through this difficult time. The Father declares that today is a day on which you will be crowned, as well as a day for celebration.